Very good morning, dear students. As you are in 10th class, you know this is one of the crucial points in our life. Especially in 10th class, one of the main subject is mathematics. So let us together enjoy the journey of mathematics in 10th class. Before going to the main sections, main class, let us see what the curriculum, what the syllabus framed for you in the session 2021 for your class. For the 10th class, there are 15 chapters, you know, in your textbook. Those 15 chapters are divided into main 7 sections. You can see. The first section is named as number systems. That number system consists of a single chapter, namely real number. That section, number system, carries 6 marks. Now let us see what are the things we want to study, what are the sessions in the chapter real numbers, which is under number systems. See, it starts with a lemma known as Euclid's division lemma, which is an equation connecting dividend, divisor, quotient and remainder. Next one is a fundamental theorem of arithmetic, statements of all these things, and finally this chapter is basically a very good theoretical chapter where we will show that root 2, root 3, root 5, etc. are irrational numbers. In 9th class itself, we know they are irrational, and we know how to represent using compass on the near real number line. But in 10th class, we will see how we can prove root 2, root 3, root 5, etc. are irrationals by theoretical method known as method of contradiction. In terms of terminating, non-terminating, recurring decimals. This single chapter contains 6 marks and is to be completed within maximum of 15 minutes. Now we move to the second session is algebra, a session where we are handling right from 6th class onwards. Algebra consists of 20 marks, but that algebra section, unit 2 algebra, contains 4 chapters. First chapter is polynomials, where from 8th class onwards you are very familiar with polynomials, but in here in 10th class we start the chapter polynomials with the concept of zeros of a polynomial. Then we will find the relation between zeros and the coefficients of a quadratic polynomial. What do you mean by this word quadratic? By quadratic we mean a second degree polynomial. Since the polynomial of second degree, it will have 2 roots. We will name them as alpha and beta, and later we will see that what are the relation between zeros and coefficients of a quadratic polynomial, and simple problems for division of polynomial with real coefficients. That's the main thing. A short chapter but having a very good theory. Second chapter under algebra is pair of linear equation to variables. See, the name of the chapter is linear equation. Here you see quadratic. Quadratic means degree 2 equations. Here we will handle linear equations. By linear we mean degree 1 equation. But such equations will have 2 variables. We usually use x and y. So in this chapter we will deal with all such equations of first degree but carries 2 variables. See what are the contents in the chapter: pair of linear equation 2 variables and a graphical method of their solution. We will draw the graph. We will actually use coordinate geometry, the x-axis and the y-axis. Since there are 2 variables, we have to use 2 axes, x-axis and y-axis. We will locate some points. We will draw the graph of such linear equations in 2 variables. Algebraic conditions for number of solutions. Number of solutions. When 2 equations are there are so many different conditions. Both equations have a single solution. It may have no solution. It may have infinity number solutions. We will very minutely check what are the conditions in this chapter. Then, very important methods we will discuss here. How to solve 2 linear equations, 2 variables. The methods are known as methods of substitution, methods of elimination, and methods of cross multiplication. 4 methods. One method you earlier there was the graphical method. So in this single chapter, we will go across all the 4 methods to solve a pair of linear equations in 2 variables. Third chapter is quadratic equations. See, in algebra, in 10th class, we are discussing detailedly about linear equations as well as quadratic equations. Degree 1 equation, degree 2 equation. See quadratic equation. In this chapter, we will discuss the standard form ax square plus bx plus c, solution of a quadratic equation by factorization and by quadratic formula. By factorization, in 9th class we say splitting middle term method. The same method here it will be named as method of factorization. Here we will introduce a new formula to solve a quadratic equation, namely quadratic formula. Relation between discriminant and nature of roots. Discriminant, you will see what a discriminant is, solution problems, etc. And the fourth chapter under the section algebra is arithmetic progression. A new concept, a new introduction into the 10th class about progressions. There are three different progressions: arithmetic progression, shortly we say AP; geometric progression, shortly we say GP; and harmonic progression, in short we say HP. In 10th class you will see complete things about arithmetic progression. In 11th class you will have AP and GP. In higher studies you may have harmonic progression. So in arithmetic progression you will find what arithmetic progression is, what is nth term or general term, sum of n terms and their applications in solving derivative. Unit 3 is coordinate geometry. That coordinate geometry consists of a single chapter, namely coordinate geometry itself. Coordinate geometry, you know what coordinate geometry is. We will draw two graphs, two mutually perpendicular axes, x-axis and y-axis, which divides the whole surface into 4 quadrants. Okay, using that quadrants, we will draw the graph. It's about some drawing graphs, but more than drawing graphs, here we will find. In 9th class, what we studied in coordinate geometry? Did you remember? We studied how to locate points in a Cartesian plane. More than that, here we will find two formulas: distance between 2 points, named as distance formula, and one more thing about the section formula. How to sect, how to part the line segment between 2 points. We will discuss that with the formula. A very easy chapter in this context. Now, one of the main sections in mathematics everywhere is algebra and geometry. What we see, what algebra is. Algebra contains 4 chapters. Here, geometry again have more than 1 chapter. One of the main chapter where students will feel some difficulty is triangles. You know, triangle is one of the basic figures in mathematics. But in this chapter, in 10th class triangles, we will see the relation between 2 different triangles using the concept of symmetry. If you remember, in 9th class we discussed about congruence. Here we will discuss about symmetry. There are very different theorems like basic proportionality theorem, Pythagoras theorem, converse Pythagoras theorem, and their converse of Pythagoras theorem with theoretical proof. Here students may feel some difficulty. So one of the chapter to concentrate more in 10th class is triangles. Second chapter is circles. In circles, we will find the tangent and the length of tangent drawn from an external point and some theorems related to circles. It's comparatively easy to triangles. When we are comparing with triangles, circles you will feel it is much easier chapter. And third one under geometry is constructions. The bigger constructions were actually in 9th class. In 10th class, the construction of tangents you will see. From an external point, you can draw 2 tangents. A comparatively an easier construction, but a definite question in final exams, construction. Next, 5th section is trigonometry. A new name, an introduction in 10th class, which is one of the core sections in mathematics. Wherever you go in higher classes, trigonometry will follow you. So the most important section in 10th class to concentrate is trigonometry, because it's something very new session for you. Here you have to concentrate. It's nothing more. It's about triangles, measures of triangles. This word trigonometry actually stands for. We can break it. It says trigonon and metry. Trigonon means triangle. Metry means measure. Therefore, the whole chapter is completely about measures of triangles. What are the measures of triangles? You know, there are 3 sides as well as 3 angles in a triangle. Means 6 measures are possible for a triangle. Using these 6 measures, we will not use all the 6 measures. In fact, you will see how much we will use. We will create some ratios. They will be named as trigonometric ratios. Very important chapter. So you concentrate more in this chapter. And using this trigonometry, introduction to trigonometry, etc., we will use trigonometric identities. Actually, that chapter is known as heights and distances. In that chapter, that chapter will depict the use of trigonometry in our daily life. How the trigonometrical concepts can be used in real life situations is all about in trigonometric identities. Heights and distances, angle of elevation, angle of inclination, etc. Unit 4, main unit 6 is about the mensuration. The very same chapter, area related to circles. Area related to circles is actually a continuation from 9th class. In 9th class, there is the chapter circles, where we discussed a different type of regions in circles. If you remember, one of the most sector. Do you remember what a sector was? In a circle, if you cut like this from mid center to points on the circle, this and this. Okay, it is the region between two radii and an arc known as sector. Very good, known as sector. So here you will find how to find the area of a sector. The ready-made formula is the second one was in a circle. When you draw a chord, the region between chord and an arc, it was named as, very good, segment. So here in this chapter we will find area of sector and segment in detail. Another chapter in mensuration is surface area and volume. Very same chapter what you had seen in 9th class. The very same figures: cuboid, cube, cone, cylinder, sphere, hemisphere. More than this, one more figure is in 10th class known as frustum of a cone. Frustum of a cone. This is a new figure for you. Nothing more. If you remember the bucket. You remember the bucket? What is the shape? Is it a cone? No. Is it a cylinder? No. For a bucket, there is a bigger circle in the upper face and a lower, comparatively lower circle in the lower face, and there is a slant. Okay. If you extend this both lateral sides of a bucket, if you extend, it will form a cone. Therefore, this frustum of a cone is actually from a bigger cone, you cut off a smaller cone, then the remaining portion is known as frustum of a cone. There will be ready-made formulas to find surface area and volume of frustum of a cone. So the same 6 figures what we saw in 9th class plus frustum of a cone. Statistics and probability is the last section here. In statistics, the same mean, median and mode. They were known as measures of central tendency. Measures of central tendency. Why it is known as measures of central tendency? You concentrate on the word central tendency. So there is a tendency to concentrate in the center. Why that means, if I explain, do you think how many students in your class are very shorter in height? Very short students? Numbers, finger countable students, right? How many of them are tallest, much taller, 2 feet and more, 3 feet and more? Again, very less. So if you divide the whole students in your classes, shortest, medium and tallest, you can see that maximum students lie in the section medium, center. Okay, right? Such tendency is not. You can see this tendency in any phenomenon. In any phenomenon, that tendency is known as central tendency. The tendency to measure that central tendency, 3 measures are used, mainly mean, median and mode. To find mean, median and mode, there will be ready-made formulas in 10th class. Comparatively a bigger session, you know, to solve a problem in statistics, many columns are to be drawn and calculation should be much faster. So it may be a time-consuming session, but if you practice, very scoring session. Last one, probability. Here a very short chapter. Here we will find classical definition of probability and very simple problems to find the probability of an event. The whole 15 chapters are divided into these sections, and let us see what are the weightages. These are the weightages in 10th class. Number system, single chapter 6 marks. Algebra, if you remember, 4 chapters 20 marks. Coordinate geometry, single chapter 6 marks. Geometry, 3 chapters 15 marks. Trigonometry, 2 chapters 12 marks. Mensuration, 2 chapters, 10 marks. Statistics and probability, 11 marks, and the total is 80 marks. So in board examination, 80 marks question paper will be the remaining 20 marks. As you know, it will be awarded as internal from your school. Out of that 20 marks, 10 marks will be based on your paper pen test, PPT. 3 PPTs will be the PPT1, PPT2, PPT3. Out of these PPT, 3 PPTs, best 2 will be taken, and the average of best 2 will be converted into 10 marks. Okay, that 10 marks plus remaining 10 marks based on your lab activity and portfolio. By portfolio, what we mean is your journals, means assignments, whatever your teacher is deciding. Okay, so it's a whole journey. Dear students, please remember that in 10th class, the study is not about of last 2 months or 3 months. There should be a whole year dedication, right from the beginning up to the ending. A devoted, hard-working mentality you need to score a much higher marks in mathematics. The very best to you. Keep going. Be happy.